Holy shit. The visuals are nice. Very clean. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Frieren. I feel like I said that horribly. Frieren, episode 4, and it's the land where souls rest. It's been good. It's been good. I've been liking it so far, mainly touching a lot on, you know, the concept of time and everything. I did like the little action battle that they had in episode 3, and it was cool to see how they went about defeating him through the 80 years of, you know, research, studying his abilities and how to build a defense against it and eliminate him. So it was really cool, and just how she, like, through the past episode before that and last episode of like training Fern on her defense specifically for that occasion, which was really cool. I like seeing that. It's like a lot of like Karate Kid aspects. It's like, do these little things for training. You just do a lot of these little things, and then by the end of it, when it's the final showdown battle, you're going to be implementing all these little maneuvers, movements, and little things you've been training for the past X amount of years or time or whatever, and that'll really help you benefit from, like, for winning. So it's cool seeing like concepts like that come into play. I really like that, because like how they treat, like, so far, because like Fern's like, what other little thing are we gonna learn today, like that Frieren always wants to dive into or like explore. It's never really a little thing. It's things that tend to come into play and pay off later, so I like the writing and full turnaround concept of that stuff. It's very cool. But yep, that's it. Thank you guys for, you know, tuning in all the Frieren videos with me. I mean, it's only the 4th video so far, but I looked it up. I thought there's like 24 episodes. There's 28 episodes, which is different than most season series. I don't know if this is going to be just a season 1 or many seasons. I don't know, given that the plot and aspect is focusing on time. Like, is this like a one story concept, like a one season story concept, or are they going to do many more? But yeah, so appreciate you guys tuning in with me. Hope you're doing well, having a great day. Now let's get started on episode 4. I love the OST.
This area has always been difficult for ships to navigate. So
yeah,
all sorts of
it looks like
wash
it.
up on our shore. These waters were beautiful once, as clear as crystal.
Yes, I know.
I used to be here.
It's a book written by the legendary mage Flamme.
Flamme?
Yes.
It shall do.
It'll
Will restore
do.
your coast to its former glory.
Oh. How are they gonna do it? Just like levitate shit?
What are you doing?
So, you've been studying like I told you to. Good girl, Fern.
Good girl,
Texts
Fern.
attributed to Flamme aren't real. This is yet another poor imitation.
Flamme.
Then why did you accept the...
Fern is a little bit more taller. Did I even say that right? A little bit more taller. I feel like I used 3 similarities when Fern is taller than Frieren in this episode than what she was in last episode. Last episode, they're basically the same height. Now she's even more taller. Yeah.
the job?
Because that man clearly needed our help.
Time has
That
passed.
must not be your only reason.
Yet again.
You're right. I'm doing this for me.
Yeah, you tell her. You tell her, Frieren.
Sounds like we have another long stay ahead of us.
We're gonna have like a side mission per episode. Eventually not, probably. It'll be bigger missions, I would assume. Oh, it's winter now. They're really having a long stay there.
A gift for 3 months of loyalty. Have you gotten used to our village yet?
3 months.
The shore gets awfully cold this time of year. You
Damn.
girls be careful.
Don't tell us what to do. You be careful.
It's winter already? She's still asleep.
Fell asleep
And
reading.
this place is a mess. I tidied it up only yesterday.
It's a mess by 10 books.
It's morning time. You need to wake up. There's work to do.
Damn. What? She's like a kid. What?
The shore isn't going to clean itself.
Interesting. Yeah, they are. Just floating that shit out of there. It's good kindling.
Something occurred to me.
What's that?
I wonder if you
Frieren.
might actually be a rather irresponsible sort of person. I wake you up at a reasonable hour every morning
Irresponsible
and get you
person.
dressed. And I am not your mother, don't you?
I'm capable of doing all that myself.
Fern's
Doubt,
growing up.
But I'm not worried about it. I've already given up hope.
I
Damn.
apologize.
And you never got in trouble for it?
I did actually, but just the once.
Only once. They must have been uniquely patient people.
Well, I feel like they would also be the type to tend to sleep in a good bit too. Himmel would just do whatever. The dwarf I could see sleeping in. Forgive me if I don't remember some of these guys' names. And then the drunken priest, he gets drunk all the time, so of course he's gonna need to sleep in. So I feel like it was more easier for her to sleep in more back then.
They were unique, certainly.
Yeah.
The Heiter did often click his tongue in disapproval. Sorry.
Heiter.
Watch it.
I understand, friend, but calm down.
Oh my, he gave you the tongue click of rage.
The tongue click of rage. That sounds like a secret move right there. Like, hey girl, you're gonna get the. I'm sorry, I'm done. Oh my god. Gotta keep it peachy. That was kindling. I was just
How's the
joking.
big cleanup coming? Do you think it'll be ready by the New Year's festival?
Barely, but yes.
In that case,
Guy's in
I
a rush.
sincerely hope you'll be able to join us in watching the sunrise this time. A sight to behold.
It looks
So
like
this whole cleanup operation
nothing's been done
is
yet.
related to the New Year's festival.
I honestly feel they could, like, from what it showed like a couple ships. But maybe the shore is just wrapped around everywhere and it's just showing little bits here and there. But I feel like they could clean most of that up in a day.
In this village, it's customary to welcome the new year by watching the sunrise.
It's probably a huge shore, though.
It's something about the way the light reflects off the clear water. They say that it's quite beautiful.
Okay.
You mean you've never gotten to see it before?
You think that I could wake up that early?
That's fair.
seem
That's a good point.
Let's try to hurry. We don't have much time.
Yes. The plot of the series. Time. To be fair, a little strategy right now. A little bit of strategy. I think it would be a quicker / more efficient way. Because as I just saw, they pull out all the wood. But then again, as I have it paused right now, I think they're looking at like through it for resources, which is fair. Because I was going to say they're pulling it all out and then just catching on fire just to burn it and get rid of it. They could catch it on fire while it's still in the water because the top parts would still burn down until it got to the water line and then stop, and then they could pull it out. But seeing that they're actually like checking inventory and everything too and utilizing resources from it, it's fair enough not to burn it. Just to pull it out first and then go through it and then burn it. So never mind. Oh, wow. That's cool. They cleaned it up. They should probably create a better docking process then.
Thank you for all your hard work, Miss Frieren. Tomorrow, you'll be joining us for the festival, right?
Right?
We're excited to have you.
Have you lost your mind? That's so early. There's no way you'll be able to wake up in time. It would be impossible.
She's
Not
just
if I
gonna
simply don't
stay
sleep.
up. Yep, I was gonna say she's gonna
You're
stay up
that
all night.
intent on seeing the sunrise?
To be honest, I couldn't care less.
You feel though too that elves, since their sense of time is so much different than, you know, most other people's, that they wouldn't need a normal sleeping routine, right? I feel like that would be in lines, like, have a similar ratio to, like, how time is different for everything else with them. Like, if they could live to be 1,000 years old or whatever, they wouldn't need 8 hours of sleep, or they wouldn't need 8 hours of sleep of being awake for like 16 hours. They could be awake for 32 hours and get 8 hours of sleep, or 16 hours of sleep. I don't know. I feel like their sleeping process would be a little different too, but it could just be like their life is longer. That's the only difference. It's just that.
You didn't come to the New Year's festival with us. Why not? You broke poor Heiter's heart. Now he's
Heiter.
What a sensitive soul.
The only
Sensitive
thing he's
soul.
sensitive to, or the...
You should have been there too. We wanted you to enjoy it.
With us.
It was merely a...
She's asleep. Mistress Frieren, you have
Wake
to wake
up.
up, or else you'll be late to the festival.
Mama.
Who do you think you're calling Mama, young lady?
For me, Fern. Thank you.
Definitely a slice of life anime too. Oh, this is like 7 a.m.? 6 to 7
It's
a.m.?
certainly pretty,
That's not that bad.
but I wouldn't say it's worth waking up early for.
Oh,
Maybe
just-
Himmel didn't know what kind of person I was after all.
Just wait, it's gonna hit you.
I'm all...
It's so beautiful.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
It's maybe so, but only because you're smiling.
Yep. It's hitting you now.
Absolutely not. If I weren't here, you'd still be snuggled up in bed.
The land where souls rest.
Are these for your family?
It happened a long time ago.
Flashback.
Demons.
I myself am skeptical about the idea of a heaven. Magic can't observe the souls of the dead, so an
Agnostic.
afterlife cannot be out.
In the grand scheme of things, I can't say how much it truly matters.
Careful now, O corrupt one. Not very priestly.
You're right. But even...
That is more convenient. Let's pray.
Let's.
And he's still kicking. My man. 28 years after the death of Himmel, the hero, and the bread region located in the Central Lands. Hey, big boy, long
Hello
time.
there.
You act as if it hasn't been 30 years.
It's
So
crazy.
not very long at all then.
Oh my god.
I suppose not. I never thought you would take on an apprentice.
Eisen,
I'm not done here yet. I heard you paid a visit to Heiter before he passed away.
By the way, just a side thought. Like, I really like this art style of the anime, and I know that I kind of feel like the current saga or arc of One Piece is similar to this. Maybe. Feel free to correct me. But I know that Jobless Reincarnation is very similar style to this too. From what I've seen, I'm just assuming, like, it looks the same. So if there's other animes that are like this art style and everything, feel free to let me know, just because I really like this. So as long as it's a good anime, like story and hopefully some action and shit. It doesn't have to be action, but good story and just good all around with this style. I really like this type of style, so just feel free to let me know and I might add it to the list to check out. But I really do like this art style in general of the series.
how do you know about that?
Heiter and I rode often.
You're much friendlier than you appear.
Or perhaps you're not friendly enough.
Much friendlier than you
Well,
appear.
Tell me. Full basin. This takes me back.
So you've been here before?
Long ago.
Long ago, she says.
Long
How
ago.
long must that be?
Explain. What are we looking for?
The notes of Flamme, the legendary
Flamme.
mage.
Yep. Good old Flamme.
Insist.
Think back, Frieren. You must remember that.
His research was in depth. Very
Frieren.
driven for a corrupt.
A giant tree? That's ridiculous. We're in a forest full of them.
Random theory time, as I like to do. Throw my random accusations or speculations out there. What if Frieren is Flamme? I could see that being a big old plot twist. Cause I could see like the story be like Frieren went by Flamme, but then something happened because, like, you know, she lives forever. Like, she's just living so long compared to a lot of people. So she lived back all the way back into Flamme because she was Flamme, but then maybe over time something happened, and it's like erased Frieren's memories, personality, thought, all of that, and she basically started fresh, which is kind of might be like the little symbolism of like her going around doing all these small side quests of like picking up little little spells and shit just to like learn more and more and more, to maybe down the road she realizes, like, she finds out who she truly is. Because like it said sometimes, like, she doesn't know how she feels about certain things, and like so she's trying to like discover more of her humanity and stuff as well. So I could see, I mean, this is just all random. Like, I could be totally off, but I do like to make random thoughts and shit. And then it maybe comes down to like later on she discovers she was Flamme, and then maybe like remembers a lot of her past shit even more. I don't know. I think that would be cool, but it probably won't be the case.
Well, I suppose you do have all the time in the world.
That I do. But Fern doesn't like when I work
what's Fern
leisurely,
doing?
so I'll try to be quick.
Okay, she's just holding it in. Frustration.
Let's search as efficiently as possible.
Let's make this quick.
That's all Fern. She's scary when she's mad.
Didn't I?
Holy shit. Just picked that whole boulder up. He could run on water? Guy's a beast. Fern can fly now. That's cool. The progress.
Meet you there. Eisen? I understand
Eisen.
wanting those notes, but why now?
Because I felt sorry for you.
So it's Eisen, Heiter, and Himmel. You gotta remember that. And then, of course, Fern and Frieren.
In my humble opinion, you should tell that to Himmel himself. Flamme's notes discuss her conversations with the dead, and how she achieved those meetings.
Oh, wow.
A barrier. And a powerful one. It's
Penetrate
protecting
it.
both the tree and the ruins.
Penetrate it.
How is that going to keep watch?
Oh, don't sell it short. This little sapling will grow. In
What?
1,000 years, it'll still be protecting this place.
Probably so, but you'll
Damn.
be dead by then.
She's over 1,000 years old. That's crazy. And I like to see that she's wearing her master's earrings now. That's cool. I like that. So she must
Well,
have been
sure, but you won't be.
a human.
Someday down the line, you're going to make a horrid mistake, and you'll wish you had gotten to know the people around you.
Oh,
Are
shit.
you asking I get to know you? How needy.
Damn.
Yeah, not quite. All that I'm saying is when the inevitable happens, return to this place. And I, the legendary mage Flamme, will
Oh! My theory is destroyed. That was Flamme. Okay. Ah, I'm such an idiot.
be here to...
Holy shit. The visuals are nice. Very clean.
Flamme's notes? And we're certain they're real?
My whole theory
They
is
are.
garbage.
How telling me that Frieren used to be your student? And we're positive that she doesn't predate history?
Does it say anything about speaking with the dead?
It was already open to that very page.
Oh.
So she knew 1,000 years ago that I would come back here someday.
Yep.
What an unpleasant woman. On the very northernmost end of the continent,
I arrived at the place the people
wow.
of this world call heaven. I now know it as Aureole, the
Oh.
land where souls rest. Many spirits have gathered there. I spoke with friends whom I
It looks
once
so
fought
cool.
alongside.
Do you think any of that is true?
who can say?
One way to
She
find
was
out.
rather irresponsible.
Heaven exists. It's more convenient if it does.
Yep.
You're right. I should try believing for a change.
Just like Hyter said.
Do you have... But that's where...
That's correct. It is now home to the Demon King's castle.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow, that's cool. That's like a whole Dracula scenery. You get like the castle on like an edge mountaintop with like the nice red full moon in the background. It's pretty cool. The Demon King's castle. So is the Demon King... They made it sound like he was dead. Like they defeated him in the 10-year quest. So is this still like his henchmen and shit here?
You said you would help me, did you not?
You promised.
You picked up a few tricks. Where?
I think we both know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I'll do it then.
This is going to be an uphill battle.
Yep. So we're getting a plot
She's already dead asleep.
laid
I'm
out.
scared.
Sleep
Oh my
whining.
god.
Is
She
it
turns
really
into
that
a child
such
when
in the
she's
Demon
tired.
King's castle? It feels a little too quiet. I think she's napped for long enough. Nap time's over. Rise and shine.
Such a child.
That's a fair question. I don't know
Yes.
the answer.
What?
She just drags me around on her aimless search for new spells. I'm
shit.
always at her. When it comes to me, I find that she is significantly less interested.
I would say though that Fern has learned a lot since we've been introduced to her. I would say that Frieren's helped Fern a lot with like learning skills and growing as a person.
The reason she took me on in the first place was because Master Hyter asked her to.
Yeah.
You're not going to take on an apprentice. A journey is better with someone to talk to.
I
Yep.
fear it would be...
How cheery. That's not
How
how
cheery.
relationships work.
Just consider our adventure. It's taken up less than 1/100th of my life.
Damn.
You should understand, Eisen.
It sounds like somebody wants an excuse to drink more.
Was the veil so thin?
The veil was transparent. Fern, that elf is a great teacher.
Yep.
You're right.
It's as I told you before. I would only get in your way.
He's always maintaining that beard.
You have a long journey ahead. It took the four of us 10 years.
Oh wow.
I see.
So it's another 10-year journey like I was hopefully guessing earlier. Nice. So yeah, okay, so during this whole thing, I feel like we're gonna get more people tagging along the group. 2 more at least, I would assume, so they could have a group of 4 like Frieren originally did. That's cool, that's cool. So yeah, we're gonna be on another whole 10-year journey.
So we'll be following the same route you took to the Demon King's castle on your first journey.
So there's gonna be a lot of flashbacks too. Oh, that's cool. Let's go.
That we will. Another brief 10-year adventure.
Brief. So yeah, that's cool because one, they're gonna do a whole nother 10-year journey. And they're gonna, to do that, they're definitely gonna need more people. So I would say at least they're gonna add 2 more people to their group. Maybe more, I don't know, but I would assume 2 more people at least. So I feel like we're gonna get more character introductions throughout this series. But the other cool thing is because this is episode 4, we're already getting a good amount of flashbacks of her with Hyter, Eisen, and Himmel, on like their, experiences together and just some of their stories and stuff. And I feel, because I first initially guessed that going through season 1 or this series, excuse me, that we're gonna get a lot more flashbacks of like them on their original adventures and shit together during their 10-year journey. I think now it's definitely gonna happen. Like they're going on another 10-year journey. She's acquiring new members to their group, to go on this journey to help them. And doing that, it's going to spark a lot of memories and reflection on her original group. So we're going to get a lot more flashbacks. So I'm thinking, because like they started the series like, okay, we finished our 10-year quest, let's celebrate, we saved the world, we defeated the Demon King, blah blah. I feel as they progress to get closer and closer to like the Demon King's castle and stuff, that's when they're going to do the flashback of them fighting the Demon King. And like that probably be a very cool action animation moment. So I like how they're going about the story, because like they start this with like one of the main plots already ended, like the climax and everything's been concluded, like, and they just like during the continuation of like the peaceful time for the most part, it's just reflecting on it, like the nostalgia and all that. It's so cool because it's like for example, like Lord of the Rings Return of the King, they defeated the Eye of Sauron and defeated, like, Mount Doom was destroyed. Imagine like they started the movie that way, and it's just like Frodo doing just exploring and stuff, and just the whole time of the movie or whatever, just reflecting on all of his past events that led to where he is now. Like it's definitely a different way to start it, which is really cool. I know like this is not anime related and I haven't seen it, but the movie Memento, it's like how that movie starts, like the start of that movie, because it's like Guy Pearce is the main character of it. The start of that movie is the ending. And like, because I guess like he has memory loss or doesn't remember anything, so he's trying to backtrack everything that happened. But like the beginning of the movie is like the end, or the ending outcome, something like that. So it's like really cool how they go about it. So I like this type of stuff. I like the storytelling and how they're going about it. But yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in episode 5. So have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.